Hello, my name is Cydet, and this is my friend Melissa, and we're working on a project called What Have We Done? A screenplay and a song which will make a music video and a short film to impact students everywhere, talking about the issues of bullying and how one person can make a difference in the life of a student, and together we can change this problem called bullying. And so we just want to tell you a little bit about our project, and hopefully that your heart will be touched and you'll want to help us out as well. So Melissa, can you tell us more about what have we done?
Yes, we've taken everyday bullying situations that go on, unfortunately, every day around us, and we flip them on their side. So the question we'd like to ask you is, if you had to live the torment that you caused somebody else, could you handle it? And what experience would you gain from it?
That's right. So what we've done with this video is we're making it a music video, so it'll be a shorter form of the actual short film. And the song, it just goes right along with the video, talking about what have I done? What kind of pain have I caused this person? I wish I could rewind the time and take that all back. And so we believe that every student really needs to hear this, because there's so much in the media that shows the opposite, that, hey, it's okay to bully others, it's okay to do all these things because there's no consequences to the actions. But we all know in the real world there are consequences, and we live with that regret.
So we just got done the first half of our shooting, and we met the most incredible cast and crew.
Yes.
We're very fortunate that the cast that we have videos of coming up is so passionate and so socially conscious and aware of the problems that we face all around us, and that it takes all of us individuals to stand up and decide that it's not okay anymore. And so we put together some clips and videos of backstage footage and an interview that we did with the cast.
That's right. And we'd really like your support and your help. So if you can just open your heart and watch the videos, we know that you'll see that we can make a difference. You are the one person that can make a difference, and together we can change the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cydet with Music, Movement, and Motivation, and I'm here with my cast from What Have We Done, and we have such an amazing video coming to you very soon. And so we just wanted to talk about what does it mean to make a difference in our schools. Do you think there's a problem with bullying in our schools today?
Yeah,
for sure.
So what type of bullying do you see more than others?
For sure, cyberbullying. I'd have to say mostly over Facebook and instant messaging, easily like MSN. Like a lot of people can hide behind electronics and say things that they wouldn't say to people's faces.
Yeah,
sure.
so we got a few mean girls here, so they're really not mean at all, actually. But you guys really play your part well. So have you ever used this scenario, something like a deja vu at your school, or something you've seen?
Yeah, there was definitely bullying going on at my school. I went to an all-girls school, actually, so there was some catty, girl-on-girl fights. So, yeah, I mean, there's lots of that going on, and I think that it's, it's up to each and every one of us to kind of make a difference. It starts with one person, and that kind of, you get groups following you, right? So if one person decides, no, this isn't cool, a whole bunch of people will follow. So I think it's up to each and every one of us to do our part.
Yeah. And what about victims? So I have my friend Cujo and I have my friend Harry here, and they're actually playing the victim and the bully, so they get to kind of transform that way. But what do you think a victim can do to stand up for him or herself? What do you think they can do to kind of decrease the bullying that's escalated in their life without just being quiet about it?
I must say it is really hard to find that inner strength, but what always helped me to realize that no one's better than I am, although I'm not better than someone, is to just realize there's this huge equality with everyone. And so I know you may have your bad qualities, but you also have your good qualities that the person that may be bullying you doesn't have. So in ways you're better, but in some ways they're better, but you guys are both equal. That kind of just makes me stand as strong as any bully.
Right. How about you, Kucho?
definitely stand up. I mean, as a single person, you have so much power within you. You have the ability to change, to talk, to do things, and you live a life. And don't let anyone ever try and diminutize that. You have a life, and no one can ever touch that. No one ever can be you. And just Don't let people give you that stuff.
And there's so much tragedy with bullying, and we're actually taking it all the way to the very tragic consequences of bullying. And so as a group, as people in our schools and in the community, what do you think we can do as people in the world to make a difference in our schools?
I say, like, just don't turn the other cheek. That's the biggest problem, is that there are a lot of witnesses, but then nobody wants to do anything about it. If you see something, say something.
Speak up, don't be afraid. And I think a lot of it is people are scared to speak up because maybe they'll think that somebody else will judge them in a negative way, or have this negative connotation, like, look at them in sort of, a way that they wouldn't be comfortable with. And I think that is the least of your worries. By standing up, you're not only helping yourself, but you're helping the person that's, the victim. And that's the most important thing. So,
and I think I can speak on behalf of all of us, saying that the 6 of us that are actually playing the bullies for our roles, it's very hard to we've actually all really grown as friends today, and to actually bully 2 of our friends is probably one of the most hardest things to do. And for sure, reading over our scripts, we're all like, oh my gosh, like, how do we do that? Like, how do people do that to one another? And like, you need to understand that it does happen, and it is in everyday life, and it's not fair for the person that's getting bullied to be feeling like they're worthless and not belonging, because that shouldn't happen in any person's life. So.
And it's not just about like standing up for yourself or standing up for someone, but standing with them. Letting them know that you can do this too. You can stand up for yourself. And just live an example.
as well, like, how would you feel, putting yourself in that? I know that always helps me when I always see bullying, or I just think that would make me feel really, really crappy. And why would you want to make somebody feel like that? It's kind of creepy.
So what can we do to make a difference? What are some ways that we can stand up for each other? Since we can see this terrible thing happening, and for us it feels like, how can this really happen? This is someone's everyday existence. So what can we do, going back into our schools, going back into our world, to make a difference in the life of someone else, so that we don't have this tragedy happen anymore?
Give everybody a smile. Every time you walk by somebody, just give them a smile. I think that helps. Doesn't it brighten your day when you see somebody, instead of them giving you like a dirty look, you send them a smile? It
actually does. It changes your day. When somebody smiles at you, it's like you take a moment and you're like, wow, that was really awesome. That was really cool. And you smile back. And I think it's infectious, like yawns or sneezes or anything like that. It's infectious.
Like, now, let's sort of take it from the perspective of the bully. Like, one thing you can do to help, talk to a bully. Because you don't know what's going on in their lives as well, right? They're mean, they come to school all angry, and then everybody's just all of a sudden afraid of them. Ask them, are you okay? What happened? Right? You never know, something might have happened at home that caused them to be like that, right? And they just need an outlet. So as opposed to them punching someone, why not get them in a conversation and get them to voice what's really happening instead of doing it physically? So, yeah.
And get involved too. Get involved and get people aware about these issues. Like, for example, homophobia. Get involved with your school's local Gay Straight Alliance or Pride affiliation. Get these training programs going on, presentations about what it is to be queer, and how to live a life, whether you're heterosexual or not.
So this is Sidette and the cast of What Have We Done? And we want you to know that one person can make a difference. That's you. Together, we can change the world. We'll see you soon.